The Industrial Revolution is one of the most impactful events in history. The impact of the construction of new technology during the Industrial Revolution has created a better quality to the environment and also has created new and now developed systems of business and manufacturing. These new advances in technology included various ways, such as agriculture, energy, textile, and transportation. Now, new technique and technologies that were introduced within the agriculture industry was the seed drill. This as well introduced new crops as the seed drill introduced new farming techniques as well. The seed drill made it more organized and efficient and more productive, which was also really important due to the increase in population during this time. Now, within the energy industry, use of coal as a new fuel due to the scarce supply of wood. This was because of the deforestation in England. Example of how coal was used as a fuel was within the smelting iron process. Within the smelting iron process followed a new furnace, which separated the coal from the iron. This introduced more wrought iron, which was more malleable to fabricate machineries and products within the industry, rather than the previous cast iron. A new technology that was introduced as well within the energy industry was a steam engine. The steam engine was used with the coal mining process as well to vacuum out the water within the caves, then therefore for the miners to reach deeper parts of the cave to access more coal. The steam engine was also used within other industries and bought from factories to increase production as well, and I'll get to that in a little bit. The textile industry was one of the most important, especially due to the cotton production and how the new systems were created from this. The new systems were created and evolved from the old way, which was people in homes making these productions. It was a very slow and not an efficient process. Now, these new systems that were introduced were one area where mass production was produced, which also needed new technology. Now, this new technology was the spinning jenny, the spinning mule, and the flying shuttle. These all increased the production and made it more efficiently for the cotton production and wool production as well. This was very important because the cotton industry was very fundamental to Britain's economy. Now, within the transport industry, canals were dug between waterways, and this is where the steam engine comes into place. A new steamboat was introduced to deliver goods between these waterways. Now, another way for transportation was the development of railways. Railways was a very big enterprise, as hundreds and dozens of railroads and miles were produced. Now, these railways were being built and placed through within trade systems and other factories and whatnot, were used to deliver goods at a larger and mass scale. This included heavy materials such as coal, and in order to do this, the steam engine was introduced to deliver these goods between factories and places that use it as fuel as well. Now, the positive impacts of these new materials, for one, created systems, and these new systems to increase the efficiency and production of these products led to how systems are used today. These systems that are used today, of course, want the most mass production, the most efficient way. With these new technology innovations that I spoke about, it led to how we use this technology today. Now, this technology that was innovated today is also regarding the negative impacts. Now, this negative impacts during the Industrial Revolution was the work conditions, child labor, and the environment. Work conditions were a negative impact during this time was due to how the government was not involved. Now, this government not being involved meant that the wealthy owners of the mines and factories made work conditions very poor for the workers, and as well as the home conditions. Homes were actually built side by side without proper ventilation and waterways, which made the workers' hygiene very poor. Now, child labor is introduced because childs can obviously work for or able to work for a cheaper amount, and were able to fit in narrow caves. Now, this narrow cave system children would push and pull these heavy carts of coal back up to the surface for using as fuel and whatnot. Now, a negative impact during this time also was the environment, air pollution, and other access of garbage and human waste negatively impacted the environment. Now, the positives outweigh the negatives in this situation due to how our new technology innovations are eco-friendly, and all we focus about is how to find the most efficient and most productive way while maintaining safety of our workers, maintaining a good and health conditions for our workers as well, and also keeping the environment in mind. In conclusion, the impact of the construction of new technology during the Industrial Revolution has created a better quality to the environment and also has created a new and now developed systems of business manufacturing today. Thank you.